Hi, we're back. Myself, Brendan Creanor, and good friend Patrick Martin. This is Celebrate Pipes, and we are talking this time about tune types. And we're going to talk about the different types and give you an example of each. And the first tune type would be one of the more popular ones, is a jig. And jigs are generally in 6/8.
That's
if you're
right.
studying
of
music.
Course, yeah.
So
Very common in the sessions.
yeah.
Very. Will I give an example then of a jig?
Yeah.
You had a way of...
Oh, we did, yeah. How we would have taught, or I think at some stage I might have learned it, that to remember a jig, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But when we're teaching to younger kids, in order for them to remember, it'd be rashers and sausages, rashers and sausages, rashers and sausages. So while you're watching this and listening to this, maybe we'll play it at that kind of a tempo. So if you can pick out a rashers and sausages, rashers and sausages. Patrick's going to play a jig and see, can we pick out rashers and sausages? Lovely. And a jig. Next in line we have
Reels?
oils.
Yeah.
And what happens in a reel, Paddy?
Aren't they 4/4 rhythm?
They are.
Basically.
Yeah. And if you go to tune books, what you're going to see is loads of reels and loads of jigs. Go on.
You're going to give us an example of a reel.
I will.
And would you have a way of
I do.
describing...
Yeah. Alligator, 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 alligator is a way of, it can pick out a tune.
Yep.
And you could do a competition at the end of the video to see who can pick out a jig or a reel. So I'm going to play a quick reel here. Reel.
Lovely.
Now, next up, we have a march. And that'll be more in Patrick's domain because he plays bagpipes as well.
Yeah.
And favours marches a lot.
I can give you an example. Play a little march, the first part. Kelly, the boy from Uilleann. We played our other nice march for somewhere else in the presentation.
And you'd see a lot of marches and St. Patrick's Day parades.
I'll give you an example. Gives you the idea.
Yeah.
I like them. They're kind of uplifting, nice tempo to them.
They're uplifting.
Yeah, nice on the pipes, I find.
And then some of them are taken from songs as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
After that, another tune type would be the hornpipe, played on the Uilleann pipes. Let's see. One you might actually know, you might hear it in school, would be Harvest Home, or the other name for it is the Cork hornpipe.
That's the hornpipe, yeah.
And you hear it's a kind of a dotted rhythm. It's a bip-de-bop-de-bop. And it's almost a kind of a predictable how it's going to end. A lot of hornpipes are very...
it's very musical. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, and especially with that dotted rhythm. And
they feel very musically like you know,
Yeah.
sort of telling a story almost.
True. Yeah. True.
Liam O'Flynn used to play some lovely hornpipes, the famous piper.
Famous piper, and he only passed away recently. He was an amazing piper. Let me see. The next, it's an indigenous tune type, and the slip jig, which is like a jig. It is a jig. It's like a double jig, which is what we played earlier, but this time it's in 6. It's in 9/8, where the jigs would have been in 6/8. And Patrick's going to demonstrate.
There are some nice examples of slip jigs. They're a very old type of tune. They're older than the reels and jigs that are the standards. They go a bit further back, the slip jigs. Will I do the butterfly? Do a part of it?
Butterfly? Yeah, that's it.
People might even have heard that one.
Yeah.
Here goes. That'd be enough for that.
Lovely, yeah.
Gives the idea.
Yeah. Right, we're going through all the different tune types, so we've a lot of them checked off there.
Polkas, we didn't cover.
Oh, I know, yeah. Yeah. So
what are they?
They're in 2/4, which means you can play them extra fast. There's less notes, but I'm going to play. Let me see.
I think they were Czech from Czech Republic, I guess, in Europe. That's the place they originated, that rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, jigs, they're very similar to Galician music. They call them something else over there, but they're essentially the same
rhythm.
tune, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we looked at slow airs as well.
Some slow airs, yeah. And I think Patrick's going to lead the way on that. But we were talking about before that a lot of slow airs are from songs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I would have been taken.
A lot of them started as a song, and they basically transposed onto your pipes or your fiddle, whatever instrument you happen to play. So there's, in a lot of cases, there's a story behind the song, or there's lyrics, sometimes even in Irish. Yeah. Well, I give an example.
Oh yeah.
Well, this was an air that Seamus Ennis used to play, but he had so many, of course. This one is. It was recorded by Liam O'Flynn, and Seamus also, I think, played it. Band of Aglana, the Dark Woman of the Glen. I'll give it a little part of it anyway. As a part of it, but again, they can be very nice adapted onto the pipes.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. And I just noticed there that there's, for a lot of the airs, slow airs, that there's no time signature. You know what I mean?
They're played very free.
Yeah.
And in some ways they're hard to maybe teach or learn. You kind of just wing it, or you feel it, or you know.
I remember learning airs that I'd go through about, you know, as many different recordings of singers or different instrumentalists playing it in order to get.
I know that both Ennis and O'Flynn, they thought it was very important to know the words, or at least part of the words,
Yeah.
to a song, to an air. You know,
Yeah.
in order to kind of feel that meaning behind
Yeah.
as you played it.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
attached importance to knowing what the song was about. Yeah.
And even there, what we're talking about earlier in one of the other videos about the Taylor brothers, that their father would have worked on organs. To me, just listening to you there playing those, it sounded closer to what an organ would sound like, with all the regs and everything playing there, the regs, the drones, and the chanter. You can hear why it was replaced or used in some churches instead of organs there. You know, that was lovely. That was really lovely.
Yeah.
Will we do a tune together?
We've probably covered most of the tune types.
I think
now.
that's everything really.
Yeah.
Tune types, right?
can-
We're going to finish up with a tune, and it's composed by a local enough harpist. He was called Turlough Carlin from Nabber in County Meath, and one of the most popular pieces that he would have played and is still being played on pipes and harp and loads of different instruments. It's called Shibug Shimor, and it's about two hills, a small one and a big one.
Oh yeah, little ferry house, big ferry house, that type of it.
Shimor, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, will we go for it?
I'll let you take it away.
Here we go.